In breakup exam news.
Oh no.
Submitted by Kenyas.
Kenya, see ya later.
A Chinese court has launched a divorce exam that couples must fail in order to end their marriage.
What? That's kind of cool.
That's kind of nice.
How come Chinese has to make everything academic? You gotta take this test and you gotta fail it. What's a fail? Like
but they're not gonna want to.
They're all confused.
That's genius.
You can
Because
purposely fail.
Asian people are programmed to not want to fail because then you bring shame to the family.
So,
See? So they're gonna pass it and they'll never get divorced.
You got an F on your divorce test?
Yeah.
Good job.
But the divorce doesn't bring shame to the family, just the failing of the test.
Yeah.
I'd rather have you divorced than get an F.
Yeah, so this video is brought to you by East Meet East. Have you guys heard of this app?
Yes, it's a dating app.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Asian to be a part of the app though.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, there's non-Asians on it too.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, but it's you know, I guess it's for Asians that can't find other Asians or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
it seems
yeah,
like
because there's
it-
some big cities if you're trying to meet some Asians and then you're like, where are all the Asians at? And now instead of going to that one club that used to be a Chinese restaurant during the day, you could find it on the app.
Or if you're like living here and you want meet a traditional guy or girl back in your parents' hometown or whatever.
Oh, they have that where you can go out and find it from another city.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, now it's just more convenient because I think that's just how we all operate, like on social media. Like I know a ton of our friends that have met like online, so it's just convenient to me. Oh yeah, you met your significant other online. So yeah, having an app and then just scrolling through, whatever. Like the people that have the same interests as you, or you can already see their picture and you're like, oh, she's hot or he's hot. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's
that's
also
super
cool
convenient.
because you could search people by like their income or where they live.
That's not Asian.
Oh, Asian.
No, and then also like you could search the age that they arrived to the U.S. too.
Can you search
Okay.
by GPA too? How many AP classes have you taken?
I wouldn't mind the income.
That would be kind of cool if you could search by GPA.
So you got smart kids.
I
This is,
totally lie about that.
this is an example profile on the app. So here we have Chris. He arrived to the U.S. when he was 17.
I thought he was 17 years old.
All right, can I give Chris some advice? So Chris, if you want to get a lot of girls, that's a horrible picture. You look like a handsome dude, but there's like shadow on your face. You're wearing glasses. You can't even see your facial features. Your
Always
picture's
take
too
a
far
picture
away.
with the sun
Yes.
facing you, not your back. Because you want the sun to accentuate your beautiful face, man.
No glasses either. Or if you're a busted dude, then you always want to wear a hat, and that'll make your face look better.
The next guy has a hat on.
But he doesn't look like an ugly dude.
He doesn't, but
And
it's a bad
obviously he's in a beautiful paradise. For some reason, oceans and beaches make people look 10 times better.
And it's smart that he did that, because now it just shows that he has money to travel. Good call on that.
Yeah. What about this?
That's bad. That's bad. She looks like a cute girl, but like, why in the dark?
Yeah, it's so dark.
Yeah, you
Are there multiple
You gotta
pictures?
let your beauty out, girl. Come on, Aiko.
How about this one?
Oh, glasses and hat? I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is. That might as well be Can. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Just take off that hood, take off those glasses, let the sun come and make your skin glow.
Yeah, don't be shy.
That lens flare though.
Can they upload multiple
But
pictures?
wait, go back. How much money does he make?
Less than 50K.
Oh, you need a better picture.
No, he's going to medical school though. He has drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they're good then.
He's going
I
somewhere.
like those stats. It's like a baseball player stat.
Trades meets each.
Yeah, then they write like about.
It says drink socially, right? So is there an option for alcoholic?
Uncontrollably.
I know, yeah.
Uncontrollably.
It's already embedded in the Korean.
Oh, is he Korean?
Yeah.
It's a prerequisite. Yeah.
And then we have Annie here.
That's a cute picture.
Yeah.
It's slightly overexposed. Try to take the most natural pictures you can.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
forehead either.
Filters scare me.
No forehead.
True.
But she looks sweet. Like
She doesn't
if I
even
was
have
a
hair
guy.
on the top.
Imagine she's both.
Yeah, just go straight to
No,
eyebrows.
she looks like a cute girl.
Yeah.
She might have had to take that picture inside like a coffee shop where there's a bunch of people and she didn't want the background in, so it was like.
Oh, true. Maybe. But yeah, if you guys want to check out East Meet East, make sure to check out the link in the description box below. So now on to the story. So the Chinese court did introduce this exam to couples that want to get divorced. There was this first couple that attempted it and they passed the exam, so they were denied.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
Divorce.
Chinese people are programmed to want to pass tests.
What are some of the sample questions?
Like what's on this test?
And do
So-
they know that they're supposed to fail in order
Yeah.
to get the? Okay.
Yeah, they know that they're supposed to fail. They had to get.
How do you not fail if you're trying to fail?
Because it could be reverse
don't answer.
psychology questions.
Oh, it's true.
You know those psychology or personality tests? They make the questions like by you trying to game the system, they actually figure out who you really are. So it's never those surface level type things.
It's probably like multiple questions of the same thing, but we reword it so that it tricks their mind.
Yeah, like when you apply for like a police department, they go, all right, have you taken any illegal substance? And then you'd be like, oh no, and then they'll tell you, well, this is the time where you can tell me, because if you tell me and I clear you here, we can sign a waiver, and then that's gonna be completely removed from your background information, and we can move forward. And then so a lot of people, they feel really comfortable at that point, and they go, all right, well, so I did smoke weed once in high school. Boom, they got you. So the surface level question is to game you. Maybe what they did was they used the questions to game the person.
Oh, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Sneaky.
Well, they did mention that you have to have a 60% or less in order to get a divorce.
Oh, that's
you would
American
fail.
standards. That's crazy. I
Yeah, and so it's divided into 3 parts.
thought it was like 89% or lower.
I think I know why they're doing this. Because sometimes you need a mediator when you're like fighting, and then you think you're so sure of the divorce, right? But then like the test is actually to make sure if you really want to do this or not. And then they take the test, and then they're like, does he beat you? No. Does he run off and gamble all the money away? No. And at the end, you're like, he's not that bad. He's not that bad, or something.
Is that the woman?
Yeah.
Is that the woman?
That's Asian mom. That's Asian mom.
He's not that bad guy. No, fuck. Sometimes I get so worried about him not putting the toilet seat down, but fuck.
Yeah.
It's not a matchmaker. It's a stay together maker.
I think so. Like it's like a questionnaire of like, how bad is it?
Yeah, so the exam is divided into 3 parts. It's a fill in the blanks, short answer, and statements.
Shit.
That's fucking collegiate as a motherfucker. Dude.
It's like a GED, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, and like some of the questions that they say they ask is like the spouse's favorite food, the spouse's parents' birthdays, or things like that. So
What's his favorite food? He loves xiaolongbao. Because you know too much about each other. You guys are meant to be. No divorce. Keep fighting, no divorce.
yeah, so
Work it out.
There's one couple that took the exam. The husband got 80% and the wife got 86%. So then the judge was just saying like, you know what?
You're doing pretty good then.
Yeah, they can make it. Like this exam is to see like whether if you get 60 or below, it's like your relationship is just there's no way you're gonna fix it. You might as well get divorced.
That is what it is, right?
Yeah, so then she said for this specific couple, it seemed like the husband was addicted to gambling and rude to his spouse, and that he also showed lack of responsibility to his family.
But he still passed.
Yeah, they still passed because he got 80%.
If he's just really
Oh,
good
that
at lying.
sucks. Just have to get stuck with him.
Yeah, so then they were just
But it's a one minor problem compared to the world of positivity that
The 86%.
Oh my
even one of
god.
does he gamble? Yes. Come on, what Chinese don't gamble?
I could try it and pass me a laptop.
Chinese.
Because it's also like simplified. They write it simplified over there, so I don't know.
you know traditional.
Traditional's way more hardcore. You're nuts.
No, the simplified is harder because it's a new language they invented.
okay.
So like I never learned that stuff. 你的 something 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 纪念日. Oh, that's like your anniversary. When's your anniversary?
What is your anniversary date?
你的 something something 生日, that's birthday. 孩子的生日, which means your kid's birthday. 你的什么? Oh, what do you like to eat?
Shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty basic.
孩子喜欢, what does your kid like to eat?
Hey.
Oh, he says, what does your kid like to eat? And he wrote fruits. And then
I wonder how they have the answer key too.
and it says, I don't know how to read that bullshit. I don't know how to read that bullshit. 一家人出去 something. Oh fuck! They said, how many trips have you guys? How many family trips have you guys been on?
You put 4?
And he says, I haven't been on any.
Oh, that's it.
No, he said mayo, like
No,
none.
no, right here, this number looks like
Oh, no, that one says ni. Yeah, those are the only ones I could read.
Yeah, there was another.
They're so basic questions. If you don't pass that, you're a piece of shit.
That's only one page though.
It might be the beginning.
Yeah.
Like height, weight, But on the brighter note, he might gamble away the family fortune, but he won't forget your birthday, and that's important. And he'll keep the kids full with fruits.
Only fruit.
Healthy.
Yeah, well, the deputy director of the National Lawyers Committee said that the design of the test needs to have like a scientific basis, that they should find like a psychologist or a sociology expert
Probably.
to like jointly actually work on this exam to see if it's even worth taking or like if it's even effective at all.
That's so funny. That should be the first thing that they do.
Yeah.
Instead of in
And
hindsight.
they just have like a fucking court committee going, what should we do?
What's important?
They should know each other's birthdays.
What's the point of this? Like, why did they feel they had to implement it, all of us? Like, they're trying to decrease their
The divorce rate?
Well, yeah, they're just trying to see like if their marriage can even be worked on at all, and I guess this is the way that this specific.
I think Jill's asking like socially, like across the nation, is there a really high divorce rate? So
Yeah.
they're trying to lower the divorce rate
Like, what's
across
the
the board.
like, what's the reason to even start this whole thing?
Well, this was just administered by one particular court, so it's not something that's like nationwide.
Oh, it's not like a Chinese Supreme Court?
No.
You know what would be funny though is if they just started like handing out this test to like random people on the street, like random couples and stuff. They're like, here, just take this fun test. You know, they see, and then you see what like scores they get.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a divorce test.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's very difficult to kind of get married. It should be just as difficult to get divorced.
That's fair.
I think there should be a divorce boot camp. Like, do you really want to leave each other? Yeah.
Especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be like a number one thing.
Because some people, I think, like just with the divorce rate going higher and higher, I feel like people they treat it as if they're just breaking up with like a junior high crush.
Yeah.
They should make it really hard.
And then they get married again, and then they get divorced again for the same reasons they got divorced before, so they need to work on themselves, and then they just don't get it, that they're gonna have the same problems with everyone else.
Yeah, it's like before there was social stigma, but now, you know, since it's so common, there's no social stigma, right? So there's nothing really preventing people from getting divorced. And then for all the people that are like, well, what if she's getting beat up, and like what if he's an alcoholic and all that stuff, it's like, yeah, those things do happen, but that's not why people get divorced in the first place. It's because they're not in love anymore, or it's because they fight too much and they can't deal with it. And it's usually problems that can be solved if you work at it. And it's a really, you know, it's a way smaller case that it's like abuse or something. In those cases, of course, you should run away. But if he was, you know, people don't start beating you up like 30 years into the relationship. That shit usually happens like when you're a couple.
There are like red flags and stuff.
Yeah, there's red flags, you know? So, I don't know, man. I don't like it.
I've also seen Asian couples fall back in love after 30 years. Like
Oh, really?
they fall in love, they get together, and then, you know, like almost every single Asian mom and dad, they start sitting on opposite sides of the couch. Dad's reading a newspaper, mom's on the floor cutting durian, and then they don't talk for like 30 years, and then like and it's almost like they're like divorced but living in the same house, and then magically when they're grandparents again, they start fucking again.
That's weird, huh?
Oh wow. Those are my parents. Like, that's how they started. So they would focus so much because they immigrated here, so they focused so much on just getting their career started, getting like a solid foothold on like just the American way. And then they got together, had kids, so now they couldn't focus on their relationship, so they focus on the kids, and then once the kids move out, then it's like, oh shit. Oh, dad. Oh, mom.
He has a rose in his mouth.
Yeah, and my mom was like, dude, like it rekindled, like this is like the best relationship we ever had, like once we all left.
Once
I'm
all the
like,
kids left, get the hell out of the house.
damn. But yeah, so that could happen.
the way, mija.
And you still wanted to have kids after that?
Well, no, because my life is completely different than theirs. Because they came here high school years, so then they just hustled and then jumped into a relationship. So they didn't travel, they didn't do any of that stuff. And it wasn't until we left that they were like, now what do we do? We're retired. Like,
Let's
they
just
started
fuck.
traveling.
Let's go to Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
and
they
fuck.
traveled and did all this shit.
Let's go to Joshua Tree and fuck.
My parents don't have accents like that.
Yellowstone and fuck.
It's all Latin.
We're gonna
Vegas
fuck here,
and
fuck here, fuck here. Where haven't we fucked that? We haven't fucked that Yosemite. Let's go fuck over there. Thanks for watching, guys, and those are our thoughts. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to comment below. We want to know what you guys are thinking, but don't write anything that will make us sad or make us mad, because after all, we're Just Kidding News and we're a very happy channel. For the last video, click up here.